Here we go, our main event for the evening, 8-man tag team action to kick things off. Oh no, not to kick things off, but for the champions and the challengers going into Revolution to kick each other in the face. As we've got the champions and challengers for the King of the Ring Championship, United States Championship, Intercontinental, and Undisputed. As we have the #1 contender for the United States Championship, 1/3 of the 6-man tag team champions. We saw him earlier tonight lead Unstable to a tag team victory. Tyson Steele looking to add another piece of championship gold to his collection if he can defeat Corvo Jack and become United States champion. At NCW at the end, he had his first shot at singles gold against Eddie Knight for the Intercontinental Championship. And now he has a shot at Corvo Jack at the United States title, but at the risk of his own 6-man tag team gold championships. A championship for championship situation. But can the Madman defeat the French main event? Not once, but twice. Going to be an interesting situation for the leader of Unstable and the leader of the French Alliance. One man could walk out with 2 championships, could walk out with 1 championship, or could walk out with no championships. Or they could walk out with each other's titles. Either way. And here comes a man who had it all. He had an undefeated streak. He had the Hardcore Championship. He had the Undisputed Championship. His name was going down in history as the first ever dual singles champion. But then it all came crashing to an absolute halt. Losing that Hardcore Championship to Clark Oliver Morrison was just one step in his downfall from the top of the mountain, because that left him wide open for a Money for Chaos cash-in for his other remaining championship, the NCW Undisputed title. So now both he and David Cassidy looking to cash in their rematch at NCW Revolution, the final stop at Chaos Mania 2. Which one of those 2 men will walk out undisputed champion if they can stop Gutta from retaining that glorious championship? And who's coming out at number 3? It's the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Kazuchika Okada, losing to David Cassidy in a 30-minute Iron Man match to lose that Undisputed Championship, but now, after winning a fatal 4-way to become #1 contender, he has another shot at championship glory, because Okada will not ever leave the spotlight. He is a former NCW Alpha champion, a former 3-time Undisputed champion, and he's looking to add Intercontinental Championship gold around his waist to his trophy case, because he is a former World Heavyweight Champion So he doesn't know what it's like not to be a champion. And he won the NCW Storm, no gold around his waist, losing the Gutta before that cash in. But anyway, it's all about champions and challenges tonight, and we've seen 3 challenges. We still got 1 more to go. And it is the challenger for the NCW King of the Ring Championship, Dylan Neirch's story, becoming rivals with Angel Rameriz, becoming partners with Angel Rameriz, and then becoming rivals one more time. With a big opportunity in his hands. If he was able to beat Angel Rameriz, he would get the next or a future opportunity at the NCW King of the Ring Championship. And that future opportunity is just days away. That opportunity for the King of the Ring Championship. Can he add another championship around his waist? Already a former Intercontinental Champion, a former Tag Team Champion. But now, can he become the King of the Ring at Revolution? God damn, I instantly just got tired. But that is the side of the challenges. Now we have the entrances of the champions. Evan Edwards, Tyson Steele, you never see those 2 men stand side by side. The Madman and the Mexican Sensation. But here comes United States Champion Corvo Jack. And somehow, some way, Unstable has been getting away from him each and every turn. Tizda, Oscar, they have been falling to Unstable. But at NCW Revolution, there will be no hiding from Tyson Steele. He'll have to face the United States Champion one-on-one with that championship on the line. Corvo Jack defeating Raiden Hamilton to not only win the title, but to retain it in a no disqualification match at NCW Storm. But Corvo Jack wanted something more. He wanted glory for the French Alliance, and what better way to do that than to challenge Unstable for those 6-man tag team titles. But it could come at the cost of that United States title. Corvo Jack, one of 6 people to win both the United States and Intercontinental Championship. The others include Malik Ladan, Ken Phillips, Eddie Knight, Angel Rameriz, Joey Hartman. Speaking of, here comes Eddie Knight, the former 6-time Intercontinental Champion, former 3-time World Champion. Eddie Knight, definitely a star. Definitely one of our best talents in NCW. Not to mention, he is the reason that David Cassidy is out with an injury. Of course, David Cassidy will be competing, but at Undisputed Championship. But Eddie Knight did lose to David Cassidy last week. Look at this man, he is ready to go. I mean, Corvo Jack, a former student of Eddie Knight, a former tag team partner and a former rival over that Intercontinental Championship. But you gotta know that that Intercontinental Championship is the most meaningful thing in his life at this point in time. Partners, rivals, it doesn't make a difference. If you get in his way, he will night bomb you into oblivion more times than you can count. But either way, here comes another man who has history with Corvo Jack and Eddie Knight. We have Ken Phillips, World Elite All Champion, former members of World Elite All Champions, but Ken Phillips, the first ever King of the Ring champion, the 2018 King of the Ring winner. Of course, it's the first time we've done the King of the Ring tournament, and this man, he was overlooked, overshadowed by the talent in that tournament. And he was the man who walked out with that gold by the final bell after 80 matches. Ken Phillips was the man to make history. Not to mention he has two title defenses saved up. If he can save up one more by defeating Dylan Neirch, then he will be able to cash in for an opportunity at the NCW Undisputed Championship. But of course, he does have to go through Dylan Neirch beforehand. Not to mention, he will have to face, if he doesn't cash in, the runner-up of the All-Stars tournament at NCW Chaos Mania with that gold on the line. But if he cashes in beforehand, that means we'll have to find a new man to challenge for that title. So what that means, another tournament. And here comes the NCW Undisputed Champion, King Gutta, the man who has won championships or at least he's won like 3 titles this year. Not to mention the Money for Chaos briefcase. The only man in NCW history to win both the Undisputed Tag Team titles and the Undisputed World title. Of course, a former 3-time Intercontinental Champion. In fact, he had a huge rivalry over the Intercontinental Championship alongside Eddie Knight. And now they have to team together. It was Gutta, Lucifer, Eddie Knight. They all feuded for that Intercontinental Championship. But in the end, Gutta wanted something more. He wanted something bigger. He wanted something better. And he got that the night after NCW Storm, where he cashed in and became World Champion. But here we go, Corvo Jack starting things off with Tyson Steel. A little bit of a preview at NCW Revolution. And there's a neck breaker by 1/3 of the 6-man tag team champions. And look at that, just going to town on Corvo Jack, looking now for a suplex. Last week we saw Okada versus Evan Edwards. We saw Dylan Neirch versus Lance Danielson. We saw who else did we see? Tyson Steel has to leave the ring very soon, or the match would have ended in a count out. The tag, looking for the tag to Ken Phillips, and here we go. Okada versus Ken Phillips. Chaos versus the British Empire. And tag made to Tyson Steel now. The King of the Ring champion in trouble. Shot to the body by the Madman. Oh, tried for a springboard dropkick, but could not quite connect with that kick. Tyson Steel looking to control the powerhouse of the British Empire. The only man with gold at this point in time. Back suplex. Followed up with a German suplex. But you got to think the King of the Ring champion the Undisputed Champion, they're going to have their eyes on the All-Stars Finals. Because whether it's DJ Young, Colt Tyson, Joey Hartman, or Andy Reeves, one of those 4 men will be challenging for that Undisputed title, and the runner-up, which will be either DJ Young or one of the other 3, will be challenging for that King of the Ring Championship. Look at these shots that are faced. Tyson Steele. Ooh, got countered there. Reverse DDT. But Tyson Steele raised him from the ground. Ken Phillips tried to back away there, but Tyson Steele just wanted to come at him and got a European uppercut for his troubles. As here comes Eddie Knight. These 2 men have had history with each other for their Intercontinental Championship that we discussed earlier. In fact, Eddie Knight's kind of had history with all of them. He's had history with Okada for that Undisputed title. He's had history with Dylan Neirch for the Intercontinental Championship back on NCW Omega. He's had history with Gutta over the Intercontinental title. He's had history with Corvo Jack over the Intercontinental title. The only one he hasn't had history with is Evan Edwards. And Ken Phillips, I don't know whether it was over the Intercontinental Championship US title or just because they were part of World Elite together, but either way, Night Sword. As Eddie Knight looking to put this one away quickly. He doesn't want to go into his big championship match with an injury, because you have to be at the top of your game to beat Okada. There you go, big shot to the face here. Eddie Knight now, middle of the ring, looking to put Tyson Steele away with the Knight's bomb. Oh, and that could be it, middle of the ring. And no one getting involved. 1, 2. Oh, here comes Dylan Neirch and Gutta. No, Eddie Knight could not quite put away Tyson Steele. Oh, gets his arm snapped across the shoulder, and here we go, reverse Hurricanrana. Back. Holy shit, look at all that gold on that one side. And here we go. Up on the shoulders. Big head kick. Incoming. Down goes Eddie Knight. But here we go, looking for the Madman's knee strike. And that could be it. Right in the jaw. Can he pin the Intercontinental Champion? Ooh, and Tyson Steele unable to get the pinfall. Eddie Knight able to kick out. Corvo Jack, Ken Phillips, they're wearing the World Elite colors. And look at this, Evan Edwards trying to get into the mind of the Intercontinental Champion. But Mr. 5 Star is able to push away the Mexican Sensation. Neck breaker butterfly suplex combination. And the former hardcore and undisputed champion getting put down there as the United States champion, looking to get his hands on Evan Edwards. Or more like a boot to the side of the head. Oh, and just snapping that arm into the ground. And here we go, looking to go top rope. Oh, and there's Okada with a shot and pushing Corvo Jack off the top rope. You don't expect that out of Okada. But Corvo Jack now going after Okada a little, and now Tyson Steele with a cheap shot, and Evan Edwards taking over. Dylan Neirch tagged in. I think he's like the only good guy on this side. And now into the camel clutch. But Corvo Jack able to get out. Here we go now, Irish whip into the corner. Who does he tag in? No one. Instead looking to hang Dylan Neirch up in a tree of woe position and boot to the face. Corvo Jack now looking to jack the jaw. And here he goes. Float over. Stunner. And now Corvo Jack looking to put Dylan Neirch down with a Marjorie Brazier. And look at that, Tyson still trying to get involved because he knows he needs to watch out for that. As Corvo Jack goes for the cover. 1, 2, but Dylan Neirch able to kick out. And here we go, tried for an Irish whip, counted. Big knee into the body. And now looking for a stomp in the corner, but Corvo Jack able to rise up and slam Dylan Neirch's face into the mat. Corvo Jack drags him back over. Tag made to Ken Phillips. Eddie Knight, Ken Phillips, and Corvo Jack. They're much better off than what they were the last time these three teamed up. Because they were just out for blood, kind of. Here we go. Big exploder power slam there. And Dylan Neirch now. We're going to set him up. Oh, and a float over jawbreaker there on the knee. Dylan Neirch dragging Ken Phillips away, looking to pin the King of the Ring champion. 1, 2. Ooh, if he was able to do that, that would definitely send a message to the King of the Ring champion that I could do it again, and next time it will be for your championship. But Ken Phillips able to survive big fireman's carry takedown there. And now looking explosive suplex. No one does it better than Ken Phillips. And here he goes. Big European uppercut by Dylan Neirch. Irish whip now into the corner. Boot to the face. Ken Phillips looking to fight back. Dylan Neirch shot to the back of the head. And here we go now. Looking back suplex. Dumped on the back of his head. Ken Phillips tried to drag himself over, but no. Dylan Neirch will not let it happen. As Ken Phillips continues to fight out of the corner. And launched across the ring. Big drop kick. Big kick to the body, and here he goes. Drop kick to the heart of Dylan Neirch. And another exploder suplex. Ken Phillips is just a beast, and he'd love to pin Dylan Neirch tonight to send a message. Big body blow. Tried for a diving cross body, got caught with a right hook in the face. Dylan Neirch snap German suplex. And tag out to Evan Edwards. Goes for a kick to the body. Got countered with a lariat. Ken Phillips back to his feet. Oh, look at that. Gutta with a cheap shot. And here we go, looking Reaper's wings. No, countered into the wind-up lariat. Nearly had the match won, but no. And here we go, looking for a straight jacket neck breaker. And Ken Phillips tried to crawl away, but Evan Edwards would not let that happen. Here we go, up on the shoulders now. Looking, oh, for a flapjack. And into the cover. One, only a one count. Evan Edwards easily able to kick out. Oh, will Ken Phillips tag out, or will he continue to fight? Couldn't make the choice, and he got caught with that jawbreaker. What's Okada doing? Oh, there's that palm strike. Calls out the Mexican leaf, because it will leave you rocked. If you don't get it, that's a drug reference. And here we go, looking for this silent treatment. Oh, and that could be it. Goes in for the cover, and guess who's there to break it up? Eddie Knight instantly stopping him. Every man is feeling the effects of this 8-man tag team match, and oh, slapjack. And Evan Edwards now looking to leave an imprint on the side of Ken Phillips' head. Oh, and that could be it. Big knee strike. Eddie Knight says, what are you doing? Evan Edwards looking for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and Eddie Knight again able to break it up. As Ken Phillips dragged into the corner, and here comes the Madman. What could he be thinking? As the Madman now looking to fly, but that is quite a distance. Oh! Didn't quite catch him with the knee, but he caught him with a kick to the face, and Ken Phillips tried to drag himself over to his corner. Tried for a chop, but Irish whip back into the corner. Shot dead, fired to the face. Ken Phillips looking to fight back. Back breaker. But an arm drag there by the 1/3 of the 6-man tag team champions. Every one of these men have been champions or currently is a champion. The challengers looking for another piece of gold to add to their collection. Champions looking to hold on to the belt, and that low knee to the side of the head, and Tyson Steele finally, not Tyson Steele, Ken Phillips finally busted open. Between that open palm strike, I mean the Mexican leaf, let's call it right. That running knee strike by Evan Edwards, the one by Tyson Steele. The Madman knee strike. And also the silent treatment. But Ken Phillips still hanging on, and here comes Okada now. Look at that. Fluent tags to continue destroying Ken Phillips. Tag made to Dylan Neirch because he wants to get a pinfall. Okay, now comes Evan Edwards. And now comes Tyson Steele. Look at these fluent tags, but none of them actually doing anything. Big forearm shot there. Tyson Steele chopped to the chest, looking to fight back. Here he goes, back suplex. Oh, finally getting some offense off. The challenger's making a little bit of a mistake, but Ken Phillips should have just gone for the tag. And Tyson Steele now leg sweep, choke slam. As he put Ken Phillips down, and here comes Okada. Oh, look at that, just soaking it in, standing over the King of the Ring champion. Now, Cannibal Senton. Ken Phillips is just being absolutely annihilated here. Oh, as Okada tried for an elbow but missed. Kick to the chest. Okada now looking German. Ken Phillips trying. And here he goes. Okada looking tombstone. Ken Phillips is just being annihilated with everything. We may see a new champion of champions at NCW Revolution because the current champion is taking everything the Challengers has to offer. But a big shot there to the body. Okada got caught. Ken Phillips trying to fight back. But a shot right to that open wound, and Okada now looking neckbreaker into the suplex. 1, 2, and a leg drop there by Eddie Knight. How American can you get? Look at that. But Ken Phillips in trouble here. Okada looking to put him away. Here he goes, German suplex. And into the Rainmaker. And that could be it for Ken Phillips. 1, 2. Oh, never mind. Eddie Knight there. As Eddie Knight makes a retreat. Very wise. What's Ken Phillips doing? Eyes on the prize there, buddy. as he hooks to head. Ken Phillips looking neck breaker, but no, Okada able to turn it around, and a boot to the face by Okada. There we go, looking German suplex again. Doesn't release the grip. Looking for another one. And here comes the finale. 3 German suplexes. Looking for the tag, and there it is. Here comes the undisputed champ. Never mind, he got caught. Just never mind. Okada just brought down Gutta like it was nothing. But Tyson Steele, he's definitely feeling the effects of something. But Gutta shot to the back of the knee, lariat, a enziguri, and now Okada tried to crawl away. And tried for the pinfall, but no luck there. There we go, looking tombstone. Can he nail it? No, Gutta able to reverse it into his own. And now Gutta looking to put things away here. Here he goes, looking for the powerbomb into the cutter, the Gutta cutter, and that could be it. Here he goes, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Interesting. I mean, Gutta just comes in and wins the match. But that's what you expect out of the undisputed champion, pinning the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. But every man got their piece. Every man got their say. Ken Phillips got a beating. But in the end, the undisputed champion making an impact as the champions stand tall tonight. But will they stand tall at NCW Revolution? Will Corvo Jack be able to retain the United States Championship? Will he be able to win the 6-man tag team championships? Will Gutta continue to be undisputed champion? Will Ken Phillips remain to be the King of the Ring champion? And will Eddie Knight continue his dominating reign as the Intercontinental champion? We'll have to find out at Revolution, but for now, that has been it for NCW episode 30. If you liked any of the matches, please hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and hit that notification, aka that bell button, to stay up to date with NCW action. Or you can follow NCW on Twitter, myself on Twitter, or our developmental on Twitter, which will all be down in the link description below. But that was the go home show for NCW Revolution, and we're done with the All-Stars tournament except for the finals, but that will be sorted out at Revolution. So the next time I will see you will be at NCW Revolution. Until then, this is NeoXtreme signing out, saying goodbye, good night, good luck, and see you later. Adios.